Hey gang, welcome back to the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film. This month of April was my pick, and I threw out 20 names, 20 films out there to pick from. And as a collective, the six of us owned two. We all owned All About Eve and Aliens 3, and I bet you can't guess which one I picked. So, yeah, obviously, Aliens 3 gets a lot of shit. I think a lot of undeserved shit. It does have a lot of issues, but you Ian I don't agree with a lot Ian said in his video, especially when, you know, kind of tried to put it in the same boat with Terminator 3, which is a whole different shitfest. But anyway, let's go on with this. I prefer the theatrical cut over the special edition. I did watch the special edition this time. It's about 30 minutes longer. There are quite a few differences in between the two. A lot of them you'll just have to look up online because there are some that are just a guy gets killed a different way, or there's more of the character Gaelic in one than the other. He actually, yeah, he's in more than the other. They make a whole different like thing out of it. Um, the biggest difference to me, well, two, um, in the theatrical edition, it's a dog that gets face hugged, and the alien, the xenomorph, comes out of the dog. And in the special edition, it's an ox that they're using for beasts of burden. Um, which either it doesn't matter either way to me. I just think whatever. Fincher had nothing to do with the special edition changes. It was direct. It was supervised by somebody else. Um, Maybe that's why I prefer the theatrical, because that was, as much his as it could be. There are some really good points to this, though. Good things about this movie. I love the fact that it takes place on a prison, in a prison colony, full of rapists, murderers, everything evil, and then you throw Ripley into it, who's a female, and now you have this underlining problem and the xenomorph and all this. Now I know it sucks that Newt and Hicks died in the crash, and I think maybe that was a cop out to not have to deal with their characters. Although, yeah, the movie would have been totally different had either one of those characters survived. Um, all that they went through to save Newt, and she dies she's not even alive at the beginning of the film. It was kind of shitty, and I would have liked to have seen a little bit, but then again, I don't know if I'd want to deal with that character in this particular situation. Hicks being there, it would have totally been his movie over Sigourney Weaver's. I think it would have been uh, more of a takeover kind of thing than anything else. So I kind of see what happened there, and I'm cool with it. So it doesn't really matter. Um, like I said, it is about a half hour longer, the special edition. Um, so many names in this, man. There are, everywhere from Sigourney Weaver to Charles Dutton to a Doctor Who, a couple Game of Thrones thrown in there. Just a huge list of names, and it should have been a little bit more than it was just because of that. But I can't go on that alone. The conversations aren't as interesting as Alien, like Ian said in his video, but it's a different movie. It's not a hunt or be hunted movie. It's a whole different ball game. Got a couple things here to show with this before we talk about the movie itself. This was sent to me by Sir Ian himself. This is my favorite edition that I have of this movie, looking wise. I don't even know if it'll play. I have so many versions of this movie, it's not even funny. But he sent me the Steelbook, the UK Steelbook Alien. I have Alien, Aliens, Aliens 3, and Aliens Resurrection, all like this. The DVD Steelbooks. I absolutely love this, no matter, how much he dislikes the movie. Alien 3, the video game, was out back in 92, 93. I have the xenomorph from that video game. He's even shaded and stuff like he would have been in the video game from Sega and Super Nintendo, I believe. And of course, my friend, the xenomorph, the 35th anniversary edition. I think it was solely made in Japan or China, one or the other. The top comes off to reveal the discs. There are 9 discs. There's Alien 3's disc in the set. They fit right inside the skull. Well, I'll figure that out in a minute. But anyway, yeah, the Alien franchise, and of course I'm wearing my Nostromo hat, but the Alien franchise is near and dear to my heart. I love all the films, mostly for different reasons. Resurrection, if we ever get to look at that, take a look at that. There are some good parts to it too. But Alien 3, we see Ripley, Newt, Hicks, and Bishop crash land on a planet that is used for a prison. All right. Ripley's the only survivor. She's now in danger because of this entire prison is made up of male population that have very horrendous crimes, including rape, murder, all that stuff. And she is trying to wait out a rescue unit from the company, which we all know what that means. They're wanting this creature, and they're not really, it doesn't really show interest until they mention the xenomorph. They know one's there after it's killed a couple times. They call it the dragon. And then we find out, of course, that Ripley herself has one in her and happens to be the queen. That's why the xenomorph's not harming her at all, is because it's has to have her for population to repopulate. And it has the same feel, alien feel. It's the same atmosphere kind of stuff. It's the same, look around the corner, all of a sudden, you're being hunted kind of film. And then to me, one of the biggest differences between the theatrical and the special edition is as she's falling into the lava, the chest buster comes out and she grabs a hold of it and goes into the flames, and that's about it. It's about the only difference. I think that I can see where a lot of the hate comes from for this flick, but at the same time, I enjoy it. Now, Alien Resurrection, I can say, is not a good film. Just having the xenomorphs in it is pretty cool. The white, fucked up looking thing is terrible, but if we ever get to talk about that, then we'll talk about that. So that was Alien 3. That was my pick. We should be back. I don't know if I think I was last. So we would be able to start all over with Ian, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, that's the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film. This is my pick, Alien 3. Deal with it.